Come on, thumbs up. Close your fingers. Bend your elbows. Thumbs up. Hands up. Bend your elbows. Pick up your hand. How good are you at piano? I quit.
Hello friend, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about ways that you can help your trainer not lose their sanity by repeating themselves over and over and over again. We're going to use proprioception with crops and exercise bands and rocks to help bring awareness to your bad habits. We're going to go over a couple of those today. They're all going to be involved with the hands. I'll do another video later about other parts of the body, but today the hands are going to be what we're focusing on. And basically, proprioception is just bringing awareness to that part of your body and kind of breaking through just the muscle memory and get to where you can change some habits by kind of breaking through and bringing awareness to that part of your body. The good part about all these exercises is that they are self-correcting. You don't need anybody to yell at you for any of these. You can do them by yourselves, and the exercise themselves will help you bring awareness to your bad habit and help you correct it. So let's get to it. We're going to start with the first big problem that riders have, and that is having piano hands, where the thumbs face each other instead of facing up. Looks like this. Bad. It's probably the most common fault. So the best solution for this is going to be taking just a regular riding crop and just sticking it underneath your thumbs. You physically cannot turn your thumbs in when you have a crop like that. The great thing about this is that it fixes actually more than just your thumbs being up. You can't drop your hands either. And as you can see, you can still steer with your thumbs like this underneath the crop. You can still shorten and lengthen your reins. And if you do get yourself into a pickle, it's really easy to just abandon the crop as needed. So this is probably my most favorite one. All right, next is gonna be hands being too wide. You generally hunch over, your hands get busy and they get wide. So this is another very common habit that I see people getting into. And the best solution for this is just a small exercise band. You can buy these on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description to ones that I use, but literally any one is fine as long as it's a really light resistance. You don't want to go too heavy with these. And I just put that on at the trot because I was trying to get along with the video, but feel free to walk or halt and get that all situated around your wrists. But it really helps just to give you a little bit of resistance to help remind you to keep your hands close together. Oh, and if you haven't already, if you could just like and subscribe to this video and hit the notification bell, it really helps me out. Thank you so much. Okay, next one is going to be riding with your fingers too open on the reins. And to fix this, you're gonna just pick up a couple rocks in your arena and just hold them in your hand, like so. Pro tip, don't drop them immediately like I just did. So I have an issue with holding my right hand just a little too open. So this is one that I like to use just to keep myself honest. It shouldn't hurt to hold the rocks in your hands. If it does, it just means you're holding the rocks too tightly. So it shouldn't hurt and you shouldn't lose them. So that should be about the right amount of pressure to have on the reins. It's just the best exercise to remind you to keep your fingers closed because no one has to tell you, and you feel the rocks in your hands and it just reminds you to keep your fingers closed. And just a quick shout out to my awesome horse today. This is Nacho, owned by Charlene, and he was such a good sport about everything. Thanks, Nacho. Okay, next one is going to be flappy arms. You see this one a lot in the canter, when the riders don't have a lot of core stability and they're using their arms for balance. So to fix this one, you're going to put whips underneath your armpits. This is going to give you just the feeling of something to hold closed with your arm. So you'll need 2 of them for this, one underneath each armpit. Not the best view here, but you can kind of see how my left one is already starting to drop a little bit. So that just tells me my left arm likes to travel away from my body more so than my right. And you can see here my left one's dropping, so I'm just replacing it just to help keep it in place, and then just kind of making a mental note just to keep that left arm closed. And then you can see going into the canter that it just really helps keep those arms in place. So if you want to prevent your trainer from sounding like me in the video, thank you, I'll accept my Academy Award later, use these exercises. You'll see that a lot of times when I'm doing them, I'm bringing awareness to little changes that I need to make. I have an issue dropping the rock in my right hand. I have an issue keeping my left arm closed. I have an issue with my left arm moving unconsciously. So having these exercises that I do for myself just helps keep me even and in tune and better for my horses. Well, I hope you found these tips helpful. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!
Hands up. What's around here? Sweet. Hands even.